Hey YouTube, do you have one of these tank transfer switch valves that has gone bad on your truck? Mine went bad, and the only one I could find was one that didn't have this exact same plug. I had to wire in. It came with its own pigtail, and it wasn't the flat ones like this. They were kind of round, but it did have 5, like this one has 5. If you look in your old pump down there, those pins are numbered, and basically what it looks like on here, sorry, I'm wrestling this thing. Okay, what it looks like on this plug, it looks like they skipped one right here, and then they moved over and started it. So this is this brown one with the white stripe, that's pin number 1, and then the red is pin number 2, and then this is like blue with a yellow stripe is number 3, yellow with maybe it's yellow with a white stripe, and then yellow with a blue stripe. Let me tell you what these wires do. Okay, there's a 12-volt motor in here, and it gets power from these first 2. Okay, and what your switch does is it'll make 1 plus and 1 ground, and then when you go to the other tank, it'll make the other one plus and the other one ground. So these first 2 are your power. Now, of the remaining 3, the middle one, the yellow one with the white stripe, that goes straight to your dash. That goes to your fuel gauge, and then these go to the corresponding other tanks. It's really simple to wire up the new plug, because the new plug, it skips one here on this side too, and you just keep them in order as you splice them in. And let me go under here and show you under the truck. This is the part that I ordered, and I'm going to go show you what it looks like. Now, it doesn't have the pump doesn't have the same connectors. It's got like a barbed fitting on it, and you just slide this. The return lines are 5/16. The fuel supply lines are 3/8 fuel line. And also use these wider worm gear clamps. Don't use these little thin ones. They won't. I couldn't get them to seal. And air intrusion. I had air intrusion, and it was. But this one is made for as small as a 3/8. And even though I put it on the 5/16, I just crimped it down real tight, and it did seal. But that's my advice. But let me show you under the truck. Mine is a 1987 with a 6.9. All right, and so here's the new fuel pump. The old one mounted here in the frame with these 2 holes here. But I decided to go up here instead of down here on the frame where the fuel lines run. I decided to go up here on this little cross member and drill holes. And what I did, I took my original lines and cut them off, and just used a short section of. I left these wires undone so I could show you guys, but I just used a short section of fuel line to replace them. So the blue one, that's your supply, and then I don't know, maybe this is gray, but it's this one, the smaller one, the 5/16 size, is for the return. And so the way this one is set up, it's got the rear tank and the front tank. These pair here, this one and this one, are for the rear tank, and then the other 2 are for the front tank. And this one goes to the front of the engine that way, or towards the engine that way. But your plug, it has the 5 connectors here. They skip the first one, and so you just take your old one and you put those 2 power wires to this one. And so I just cut mine and spliced them in with butt splices, And my plan is to put them in the split wire loom and dress it up. But it worked perfect. Just get your fittings real good and tight. Make sure you don't have any air intrusion, and it worked good. And I hope this helped you out. Like I said, the hardest part that I was worried about was getting the wires right. But if you'll buy that part, I think O'Reilly also has one very similar, set up like this and comes with its own pigtail. I bought the one in advance. I got it for like $75. I hope this helps. Y'all have a good day and enjoy your truck a little longer.